Hey, the beer is good, yeah? From what I've heard. The beer is great. Speaking of which, this calls for celebration.
You look like you could do with a drink.
5 drinks for the whole.
As if setting our people free wasn't enough.
This is the second time I've
Good
done
news,
this.
everyone. The casks have been liberated. Here's to Sid.
Everyone gets a drink. Everyone's an alcoholic.
Don't be a stranger, Sid.
So we got a new trophy over here. Should be the shawl, right there. So we got the oath, and we got the guardian scarf. With this tippet dyed red for the flames of the Firebird, and the blood of his fallen Rosarian brothers, does Sir Wade pledge not only his loyalty, but the loyalty of the Guardians of the Flame.
I was wondering when next you'd visit. I have compiled some new entries, if you would like to see them.
Nah.
What subject shall we consider today?
Here you go.
Was wondering when you turn up. Hellos from all our friends thanking you for your timely intervention. How is it you always manage to arrive at just the right moment?
Luck, I suppose. Any word on the rest of the realm?
I'm attuned to the Mughals. They tell me
Storm's
everything.
still crying out for mother crystals. The nations are still in chaos. And the skies are still the colour of a kick in the kidneys 2 days on. So...
Right.
Clive, we knew this was going to happen. Well, not the bleeding skies part, but you take my point. Now's not the time to second-guess yourself. Now's the time to visit the infirmary. Taya says your brother's awake.
Thank you, Otto.
Oh, Joshua's awake now. I wonder if Bahamut guy is awake too. Nah, he's still asleep.
So it was not Sylvester, but Olivier who served as Ultima's puppet. And when Dion learned of this, he sought to slay the fiend. Only for his father to take the spear that would have freed him. Enough to drive a man to madness.
Small wonder he hasn't stirred. I would be afraid to wake.
Had I but reached out to him sooner, warned him of the threat Ultima posed. But now, both an empire and her prince lie broken.
Joshua, what do you know of Ultima?
Very little, I'm afraid. Despite my best efforts. 18 years ago, as I lay buried beneath the rubble of Phoenix Gate, 'twas not death who came for me, but another. And it was while in my rescuer's care, I first heard of Ultima. I've been chasing his shadow ever since. Ultima is driven by some deep, dark purpose, and for whatever reason, it would seem you are crucial to his designs. He will stop at nothing to have you, even if that means toppling an empire.
But why me? What possible use could I be to such a creature?
That is one of many answers that have eluded me. Yet, I am certain of this. It is not mere chance. You were chosen for a reason. All dominants carry within them the might of an icon. Nigh limitless power that is at once acutely limited. I wield fire, and only fire.
And I only ice. 8 wardens for 8 elements. But you, Clive.
Yeah.
You are different. You're special. Your abilities begin with the flames of Ifrit. But they do not end there. The fact Ifrit can even exist Goes against everything we thought we knew of dominance. Perhaps Ultima has been waiting for one such as you, whose potential is truly limitless.
I've encountered that thing several times now. If it or he, as you say, needs me, why hasn't he claimed me as he did the boy?
Were I to hazard a guess, I'd say the two of you are somehow incompatible. His mind not properly attuned to your body.
His mind.
Mind, awareness, spirit, call it what you wish. But I believe Ultima to be an embodiment of the concept. This is why I struggle and fail to contain him here inside me.
I'm sorry. Inside you?
Confession.
With every setting sun, I feel my strength wane. And though the Phoenix's flames mend the prison I have made for Ultima, they do so at a cost. We must find a means to bring an end to him before I meet my own.
What were you thinking?
It was that or let him take Clive. And I've always had a soft spot for my brother.
But that doesn't mean you should sacrifice yourself to save me.
Joshua.
Oh, that's getting really bad.
It's Gav.
Like, really, really bad. He doesn't cough up that much blood.
An army of Akashic at the gates of Canver.
Oh, Joshua.
Well, what's the short of it?
It's all Tyre told you. The capital of the Free Cities is under siege by an army of monstrosities. The city guard are doing their best to stem the tide, but numbers ain't on their side.
What of Lord Byron and Mid? Were they able to escape?
No, but they're all right for now. They're hiding with Gav at midship.
We have to get them out of there.
And we shall. Otto, prepare a Stolas. Tell Gav to stay exactly where he is.
Understood.
Vivian, what's the swiftest route to the Free Cities?
That sounds like a question for the map. Look here. This road, through Tabor, should provide the least trouble.
Good.
What a coincidence. Tabor is exactly where I'm bound.
Joshua, bed is where you should be bound.
Oh, bed. Where's
You don't
Joshua's
think I
partner?
told him the exact same thing.
Were Tyre not such a talented healer, I would surely have been inclined to agree. But, thanks to her ministrations, I feel I may safely rejoin my attendant, who was to wait for me in Tabor if we became separated.
All right, we travel together.
Clive.
If he stays close to me, he'll be fine.
Thank you, brother.
I'll look after him.
And we now have Sidequests. And new hunts! God, I hate you. The Pack. This is a C ranked, and it's in Self Tabor of Dalmekia. Alright, what's new? A humble request. From Uncle! Oh, but it's by Sebastian, who's essential for our uncle. Master Clive, I apologize for the sudden and untoward gesture. Circumstances have forced me to seek immediate aid. There is none other to whom I may turn. Your most esteemed Lord Uncle has presented me with a task most vexing, and I fear I'm wholly unable to perform to his vaulted expectations. Namely due to a marked lack of martial aptitude on my part. To wit, I am but a manservant, not a mercenary. While I maintain the fitness ample to attend to the needs of the manor, To attending of bandits in back alleys, I'm sorely ill-equipped. If it pleases you, my lord, prithee, come and see me at Martha's Rest, where I shall proceed to explain my predicament in full.
Rutherford. Wasn't that the name of my uncle's manservant?
Yes,
Why would he be at Martha's Rest?
reasons. Smooth like butler.
Blasted.
Molly.
Here, you put me in this situation, Clive. You can bloody well get me out of it. I need a hand with a recipe.
What
Are you
did
sure
I
it's
do?
me you're looking for? I'm not much of a cook.
I'm all the cook will be needing, thank you very much. What I want from you is a little of your time, right? Oh, and perhaps your sword.
Oh,
You remember Ivan's stew, right?
yeah.
Well, despite the look of the thing, and that awful stench, people wolf it down.
Weirdly.
So I thought I'd try making one of these supposed masterpieces myself. Had a peek at the book and gave it a go, but, well...
It wasn't as straightforward as you'd hoped. Ivan had the same problem.
Yeah, but this is my blimmin' kitchen, and I will not be outdone. So if you don't want to be seen as playing favourites, I suggest you lend me a hand.
Oh, well, you're twisting my arm.
I've never been one to play favorites, Molly. And I would be only too happy to lend you a hand. So, what's on the menu this time?
A fried mortress of skyworm. That's one heck of a name, innit? Recipe seemed easy enough to an old hand like myself. Thought I'd followed it to a T. Only, turns out skyworm livers and drake's mint are not what I thought they were. At least I hope they're not, given the rancid mess they made.
Ivan said the recipes in the culinary pilgrimage date back centuries. Who's to say the ingredients even exist anymore?
Wow. That's a question for a scholar, wouldn't you say?
Oh.
Perhaps you know of one?
Why don't you
Kindly
fucking
old
ask
fellow
him?
who haunts the shelves, maybe?
Fine. I'll go and speak to Harpocrates. Perhaps he'll know something. And if he does, I'll see if I can find your ingredients for you.
You do that. Lest we forget, you've got a reputation to uphold.
Okay. Well, I like talking to gnomes, so yeah, I don't mind asking.
Is a storm coming, Sid?
Yes.
Will it
Yes.
be
Sid, perhaps you can help me solve a mystery.
I can certainly try. Who's gone missing this time?
It's not who, but what. Mid-scales, the ones she made for her workshop. I borrowed them to teach the little ones about weight, and shortly after the lesson, well, they vanished. My first thought was that they'd taken them off somewhere to play, but when I asked, they swore they had nothing to do with their having disappeared. Which almost certainly means they had everything to do with it.
Perhaps a visit from Sid will jog their memories.
I think it just might. Thank you. I don't like to imagine that my pupils would lie to me. But if they have, I'll have no choice but to discipline them accordingly. They were in the atrium when I last saw them, as always.
Just know you always have my express permission to smack the shit out of children, because they always deserve it. Always.
Lawsman Harpocrates. I've come to pick your brain if you don't mind. It's about the book you lent Ivan.
Ah, Valisthea, a culinary pilgrimage, a classic. One of my favorites, in fact. The young man did a wonderful job with the Chance's stew. I do hope we shall be able to sample more such marvels in due course.
That's actually why I'm here. I don't suppose you know where I might find skyworm livers and drake's mint.
Ah, so the fabled Sandbrequois delicacy is next on the menu. Delightful. The descriptions of fried mortress never fail to make my mouth water. Now, skyworm is a somewhat antiquated name for the wyvern, their ground livers being the paste from which the mortress is made.
Dragon livers. How very Sandbrequois.
One would have thought the disciples of Bahamut would have a touch more reverence for their icon's brethren, but apparently not. I believe the specific dragon the recipe demands is the blueback wyvern, said to be the very color of the sea beside which it resides.
So we know where to look for our liver. But what about the drake's mint?
Saint's bonnet in contemporary parlance, a herb which grows along the North Reach coast. I gather that one can locate the cheerful yellow flowers by their heady scent alone, so I'm sure you'll have no trouble finding them. I may add that people once believed game was best served with the flora that sustained it in life, in which regard fried mortress of skyworm is undoubtedly a typical dish of the time.
Meaning that if I find one, I find the other. To Northreach, then.
Best of luck, Clive. And do save me a bite once the dish is complete.
What am I gonna do?
Is everything all right, Goots? You seem more discomposed than usual.
Oh, I don't know what that means, but I'm in a bit of a muddle. Oh, I think Nan might be in trouble, and she's...
It's all right. You can tell me.
There was a trader came by. One of our usuals, like... Said he'd heard some rotten rumours about her down Dallymill Way. Folk are saying she's been selling to bandits and cutthroats and that. I mean, she's fond of a chance to make a coin or two, aye, but she'd never do business with baddies. Especially not the kind who go hurting people who haven't done out. I wanted to ask her about it myself, but I'm scared she'll give us a tongue lashing. She'd never give your tongue a lashing, though, would she?
Don't worry. I'll speak to her.
Oh, thanks, Clive. You'll let me know what she says, won't you?
Of course. I'm sure it's all just a misunderstanding.
God, I hate that kid. I can't stand being near him. No. We're gonna go deal with the kids in the atrium.
You should just tell Miss Shirley.
Ah!
You'll get us all straight. I'm telling you, I can fix them.
They broke it. Poor things. Yeah, all you have to do is just be honest.
Sid! Hard at your studies, I see. And what is that? It's not a set of scales, is it?
No. Of course it isn't.
Well, not anymore, it's not. Oh,
And just how long hasn't it been one?
we're sorry.
But we
Yeah.
didn't break them. We dismembered them.
Just like Miss Middledore showed us.
Miss Middledore? And why would she have you dismembering her creations?
Because that's the only way to become a ninja-neer.
Ninja-neer!
Middledore said, the best way to see how something works is
A
to take it apart and put it
ninja-neer.
back together again.
Well then, your work is already half done. Carry on.
We craft ninjas, you see.
About that.
The taking apart was easy enough, but it's the putting back we can't work out.
Speak for yourself. The heavy thing goes at the bottom. Then...
You three need to learn to take responsibility for your actions. So let's have a look at these parts with fresh eyes, shall we?
Are we going to assemble them? We are!
All right. Everything here was once part of Miss Middadole's scales.
Right.
Every piece has its own role to play, and each is just as important as the others. If even one of them is missing, the scales won't work. So let's think about what those roles might be. You already know one of the pieces. The body. Its role is to support everything else. But what of the others?
Yeah. What do the arms do?
This is called the arm. Why do you suppose that is? It doesn't look much like an arm.
You're right. It looks more like a wing. Like a chocobo wing!
You've ridden a chocobo before, haven't you, Sid? Will you teach me to ride one day?
I'll think about it. Now, what do arms do?
Hold things. So wait, maybe this arm holds things too?
Good thinking. You're on the right track.
Alright. What about the pans?
These round parts are called the pans. You all know what a pan is, don't you?
I do. Molly uses them in the kitchens to fry bangers. But these aren't for frying bangers, you idiot. They're for weighing stuff. But what if I wanted to weigh Goots? I don't think he'd fit on that little thing.
Probably not.
What are the chains?
Bangers. He's saying sausages.
Well spotted. Which means
Bangers.
something must hold the chains up in turn. This tiny piece is what's called a cogwheel, or gear.
All we need is some mash.
Have you ever seen one before?
I have. Miss Minadol's dungeon is full of them. Most are on the floor.
She puts them in all her inventions. They spin round and round and round and round and...
That's right. They're very useful when you want to make things move. Do you remember if there was anything on the scales that moved?
I remember the arm moved when I tried weighing an apple. And then somebody ate it.
Not my fault. You shouldn't have tried weighing it before lunch.
We know what part's supposed to move and how it's supposed to move. So, let's put the pieces together first, see what doesn't move, and then stick the cogwheel to that.
It's been ages since I've had bangers and mash.
You see? It's not so difficult.
I've had the two, but not together.
So, now that we've taken stock of the parts and learned what they do, what do you think?
I think we've got it.
Then here's what we'll do. You tell me what goes where, and I'll put the scales together.
Well, obviously you need to start with the body. All the other pieces fit onto it, don't they?
And the arms go on the body, just like real arms. Or wings, if you're a chocobo. And then the arms hold the pans by the chains.
Very good. Let's see if that works. Ah, all finished.
Crazy.
Yes!
Oh man.
We did it!
Well, with Sid's help.
Oh, I just put the pieces together.
I like my
It
mash
was you
very
three engineers
cheesy.
who showed me how.
And gravy is
That's
nice
right.
with them.
We're Miss Minadol's hares.
Swimming in
Her
gravy.
hairs.
Yeah, hares for the future. She's showing us her secrets now, so we can help out the hideaway when we're older.
What do you think, Sid? Are we almost ready?
A
No.
little more help from Miss Minadol and Miss Shirley. I'd say it won't be long at all.
You hear that? It won't be long.
Until then, though, do try to be honest with Miss Shirley.
Yeah, when you break shit, don't fucking keep it from her,
Hey,
please.
look. We never used the cogwheel.
You don't think Sid forgot about it, do you?
Yeah, well, it wasn't used for anything, was it? What was the cog for?
Didn't happen to forget anything, did you, Sid?
No. Shut up.
Lady Karen, how's business?
Not nearly as foul as the weather.
You're doing good trade then? Both in and out of the hideaway?
Can't complain. Wait. What exactly are you getting at?
What are you getting at?
Once in 5 long years do you pay my affairs half a care, but here you are today raking me over the coals like a bloody popoto?
Just asking. Out of interest. All right.
Popoto.
I'm here because I was told that certain rumors have been circulating. About you selling weapons to brigands.
Oh, are ya? And who was it who knows me so well as to tell tales of my evil exploits?
Are they true?
I didn't exactly hear firsthand. All I know is that someone in Dalimil has been spreading word to that effect.
And what? You believe it? You think I'm profiting off the blood of innocence, do you? Look, I've done things I'm not proud of. Might be there were a time when I turned a blind eye to the wretchedness of the world so I could line my pocket. But that woman is no more. And you'd know that if you'd ever paid the slightest bit of notice.
You're right, Lady Karen. I apologize. It was wrong of me to doubt you.
No, it was. Now, I reckon you've got better things to do than pointing your do-gooding finger at a poor old woman.
Of course. Good day.
It seems the hideaway is lost.
Well. Interesting that she called them popotos.
Is a storm coming?
Well, did you solve the
Popotos,
mystery?
I should say.
It was as you thought. The children had the scales, or the parts of them at least. They dismantled them to see how they worked.
Oh, no, Mid will have my head.
Thankfully she won't. This might even have been her idea. Although I was the one who ended up teaching the lesson.
I'm so sorry, Sid. I know how busy you are. I shall see that the children are properly punished.
Please, there's no need. Mid seems to have taken the three of them under her wing. She's even calling them her heirs. She'd have them follow in her footsteps. And her father's.
I see. Sid, do you know why Mid has been spending so much time at the hideaway of late?
She told me it was because her studies have been interrupted by events in Canva. Is that not true?
No, it isn't. The university offered her a commission. In exchange for full tuition, room and board, they asked her to oversee the design of several new war engines.
Oh.
To anyone else it would be an opportunity, but to Mid, who lost both her parents to war, it was a bitter pill. One she was none too keen to swallow. But that should come as no surprise. She's only ever cared about bringing people hope. The very last thing war can be said to do.
Which explains her heirs. She's working to give them a better life. And so should I. What's the odd engineering lesson?
Oh, you've given them far more than that. And I'm sure they're very grateful.
I spoke with Lady Karen.
What did she say?
That the rumors were unfounded, and that I was a fool for thinking they might hold any truth, along with some other things that made her feelings clear. And while it sounds like she may have done things she regretted in her past, she says those days are behind her.
Oh, well, that's good. I knew Nan wasn't caught up in out bad. But why would people say she was? What did she ever do to them? It's not right.
No, it's not. But people do things for all sorts of reasons. Perhaps we'll never know.
Well, I'm going to find out. That trader, he said they were all talking about her in Dalimil. So that's where I'm going. I'll find someone who'll tell me, you'll see.
Are you sure that's wise? Whoever's spreading these rumors means Karen ill.
Oh, right. Well, that's why you'll be coming with me, isn't it, Clive?
I suppose it is.
That's not how that works, goats. You're supposed to ask. You prick. Just insinuating I would go with him. Alright, so since we're now leaving this place, let's go do the mark. Oop. What? I can't, I can't go. Oh. Well then. guess I'm going here then. The Crozet echoes. Excuse me, the Crozet echoes. A wind-blasted sprawl of bottomless ravines, latticed with colossal flotsam of people fallen. So this is the middle part. We might be able to go through this way, and come down, and come through this way. Still don't know what that could be, or that could be. Maybe we can come through here. Let's find out. Cloak and dagger.
It's like a dream. The four of us out walking like we used to.
Enjoying this, are you? Gav and the others could be in danger as we speak.
You're right. I'm sorry. Yote is a fine scout. If Canva was attacked, she will already have begun gathering information.
Tabor isn't far. We should pick up the pace.
Right, we should actually start moving. But, you know, I don't do that. Can you do this, Joshua? Oh, we triggered them. Well, yeah. Why wouldn't he be? So this should go even longer now. Definitely is going longer. Yeah. So we advised him not to come because he's definitely not all there yet. Whoa! I almost fell down that. Okay.
Good girl.
I hope we get to see a cactus.
Thanks, girl.
And a tonberry. I forgot to do this. Not this, but I forgot to do the two orb things above my head. Man, I feel like 2B and what's his face from Nier. Can't believe I've forgotten his name. Rude, you were disturbing its nap time. You know what was rude? It 9S?
We can use the ruins to cross the ravine.
No, 2B. 9S also had... I don't think 9S had 2 of them. I know 2B did. Like, you can get 2 of them for 2B. You might have been able to get 2 of them for both of them. But like... Look at this giant cat. Goodbye, giant cat. Another one bites the dust. A regal sash. Better. Better than a Drake Slayer belt. You have returned. Welcome back. You just missed out on us petting this cat to death. So now we will, in turn, pet the doggo.
After it.
Oh, oh, yes, thank you. Yes, I did that this morning. I just quickly made it this morning. I already noticed I've made a typo. Oh boy.
Let's go. Run like the wind. You deserve a rest.
You know what? Damn defense nodes, making it harder for me to kill other monsters. Yeah, I hope you're enjoying your weekend, both of you.
Joshua.
She's strong-willed, loyal, and deadly with a blade. Much like Clive, but with better manners.
True. I am a gentleman, through and through. I have the bestest of manners, you prick. Oh, a dead chocobo. Doesn't look like a porter's chocobo. Hello, you.
I do. Where are you off to now, then? Bound for the Free Cities, perhaps?
Yeah.
Oh, no need to say if you'd rather not. We all have our reasons. Ain't exactly feeling like sharing with strangers myself at the mo. Truth be told, I could do with a bit of inspiration. Don't know which way to turn no more. Was doing a roaring trade back in Oriflamme. Right up until the poor Drake lost her noggin. So, thought I'd try me luck in the desert. Then the Fang went the same way. And don't get me started on the mess in the bloomin' Dominion. Suppose I could try Camber next. But knowing my luck, the old place would be crawling with the works before I'd even sat out me stall.
Shut the fuck up and let me leave! God, I didn't need to know your whole damn life story. Oh, so yeah, Ken, that's a good idea. I wasn't talking about you, I was talking about him. God, he just kept going on and on. Like, shut the fuck up.
You're injured.
God.
What happened here? Where are your comrades?
Ether flood up ahead. It swallowed our camp while we slept. My own men did this. Turned every last one of them.
Wow.
There's a village not far from here. Tabor. The people were kind to us. It's only a matter of time before they won't stand a chance. We can't let those monsters reach the...
I wish I could. He looks like he sounds like he already died.
I'll go. You catch your breath.
Oh, okay.
Thank you. Our encampment is up ahead. Just off the track. They must not reach Tabor. Forgive me, Lord Kuka.
What? Oh, now I'm definitely not gonna do it.
Rest well, soldier.
We killed Lord Kupka. Why should we do it for his sake? But no, definitely. If you want something to kill time while watching stream, grinding Final Fantasy games is the best.
Another ether flood. They're everywhere now.
We can't go round it.
Then we'll just have to be careful.
Ooh. See? These chocobos? Some stuff has happened to them. So, if I can summon Ambrosia here... I wonder, what happens if... No, nothing happens. No, I don't want that. Oh, these two little orbs are awesome. They keep them stun locked. What the fuck? What the? What? They're in the air. What the fuck?
Is someone there? Please, I can't move my leg.
That doesn't sound like an Akashic.
So let me check something. Yeah, so Ambrosia can stay here. We wouldn't have let Ambrosia stay here if we didn't think it was safe. So the only type of people that can stay in here without getting affected are bearers who have magic in them, and God, I keep forgetting what these guys are called. Whatever it is that starts with C that lets them use icons. So, there's a reason for Torgal not to be able to be affected by this because he has the icon of Fenrir. What the fuck is with you? What, do you have the... Did you have the icon of, Quetzalcoatl or something? No way. Bramble looks awesome, Jojo. I suggest it as well. It really does look good.
You're with the battalion?
I am. I heard the fighting. Are the others?
Taken care of. One of your brothers in arms told me what happened and asked for help.
Another survivor? Where is he? Tell me.
His wounds were too deep.
He was right to send you. Those things you slew are no longer my brothers. Tabor is safe thanks to you. Here, you've earned it.
As long as you're not dying, I'll gladly take it, but shit. But yeah.
You seem familiar. Have we met?
Wait a minute.
You must have me confused with someone else.
Wait.
That scar.
Wait, are you two the swindlers?
Son of a whore. You're Sid. I was there in Kosnis when you killed my brothers. I was there in Rosalith when you killed my commander.
What?
My war with Hugo Kupka is over.
Oh.
I bear no ill will toward those who followed him.
What of my ill will? Coward! Draw your steel. Lord Kupka shall be avenged!
Nah.
When your wounds have healed and your head has cooled, come and find me if you must. Though I hazard your life would be better spent in service of those who need it. Or have you forgotten your oath to the Republic?
My oath? What would you know of oaths?
I know how hard they are to keep. Which is why I'm giving you the chance to keep yours.
No. I won't be deceived. Lord Kupka told us of your crimes. You are an outlaw. A murderer, not some
man. Like you or anyone else.
I am nothing like you. But if you're not gonna kill me, then go. Leave! Just know that I will find you, Sid. Someday.
Looking forward to it. What happens if I go back to him?
You will regret not killing me when you had a chance, Sid. I will avenge my master.
You do that. You do that. So... Ooh. An empty shard. So yeah, I get the feeling that unless the whole reasoning is Ambrosia is not like too exposed to the ether, unless that is the reason, that there's something with Ambrosia that's keeping them from turning into something bad. Or the game can turn a complete 180 and just be like, no, if you keep leaving your chocobo out in this ether, they will turn and you will never have access to them again. which would suck, but I mean... Yeah. Here's another thing. So... Bahamut here. He has the element of light in this game. So that lets you cast Dia, which is very apt for light. Like light element, you know? Like Phoenix has fire. Garuda has arrow. Excuse me, let me check one thing. The fuck does Ramu have? What the heck does... What is Titan's one called? I think it's... Yeah, he has thunder. And he has stone. Right, that makes sense. So, Bahamut is a weird one. Because... typically, he doesn't have an element. Ramu is always lightning. Yeah, yeah. I don't know. My brain farted when I was trying to think of what. Ken, don't just say my name with nothing else. What's up? The point I'm getting at is, Bahamut isn't normally a light element. It's a neutral element. Didn't you say you can skip the summoning cutscenes? It's in the settings. From the settings, I guess. Yes. It should be, skip summoning cutscenes. What it doesn't tell you is the first time you get to see them, you'll see the full thing. I'm pretty sure.
Welcome, travelers.
So you don't have to worry about turning it back on. Yeah. But you don't need to just say my name in one message. You can just... You can have it all. That's right, for FF10. Yeah, Ken's playing FF10 while they watch.
Welcome, welcome.
Ooh, okay, yeah, I can afford that.
Of course.
I need to stock up.
Anything else? Of course.
Butt? Cheeks? What do you mean butt?
Anything else? A fine choice. Anything else?
No, I'm not buying any of that.
A fine choice. Anything else? Of course.
There we go. Now I'm happy.
I feel like I fleshed 100 skins today.
Oh, okay. He's smelling them? Ken is prone to do that. Well known as Ken to smell butts. Well, I don't want to get into it too much, but
Here's the scraps you're after.
there's a thing that you and a couple others do, especially in Fluffy's chat, where you love posting that. Everyone knows, Ken. Yeah, everyone knows. Yeah, you post that emote. Along with many others that are very similar to it alike. What do you mean, secrets? Thank you, Vorpal. Oh my god, it's you! Who are you? You're a friend of Joshua's, but we don't know who you are.
My Lord Marquis, it is an honor. I am Yote, Knight of the Undying, charged with the protection of His Grace Joshua Rosfield, Keeper of the Flame of the Phoenix.
Of course. It all makes sense now.
It does? I still don't understand.
Care to elaborate?
The Undying are loyal servants to the ducal throne. Or more specifically, to its heir. They have served our family for generations, albeit from the shadows.
Since their inception, they have been tasked with the preservation and enactment of the rites of ancestral communion. After the events at Phoenix Gate, it was the Undying who delivered me to safety. And since the day I left Rosaria, Yote has been my constant companion and protector. Without her sword, I would not have survived my journey across the realm.
Rise, Lady Yote. You saved my brother. I owe you a debt I can never repay.
I but did my duty.
Come now. Tell us what you've discovered.
Your Grace. It is as you feared. The vessel we spied off the coast of the Crystalline Dominion on the night of her fall. It was the Einherjar. Beyond any doubt.
The Black Galleon.
Joshua, the Einherjar is the Royalists' flagship. What business would they have in the Dominion?
Upon learning of Waloed's involvement in recent events at Drake's Fang, I sensed the malign influence of Ultima, and bid Yote and the Undying look into the matter.
We have reason to believe that the Black Galleon weighed anchor shortly after the fighting began, and set a course due south.
For Canva. Then it is Waloed Knights who besiege the cities.
What is left of them, yes. And the Black Galleon sails at but one man's behest. Barnabas Tharm.
Odin. Meanwhile... The Agora, the free cities of Canva.
But are we truly safe here in the Agora?
Agora.
The city guard have been paid, if that's what you're implying.
All the more reason for them to run.
Well, you are free to leave, Lord Minister.
Markets abandoned, warehouses aflame, blackened hulls choking every port in the capital. Canva is ruined.
The realm teeters on the brink of chaos, and all you can think about is commerce.
Forgive us. We were not aware Dhalmekia now subsisted on charity.
How dare you?
Distinguished members of the Council, you must forgive His Majesty this intrusion.
Him?
What is the meaning of this?
A trifle crowded, but I fear it will have to serve, my liege.
Very well.
My colleagues, do you not see? The king, he has come to save us from the Akashic.
So Odin might be dark element. If Bahamut is light.
He is a gift from the heavens, divine intervention, our very salvation.
And of course, if it is compensation he requires, we would be most willing to negotiate a fair price for services rendered.
Fools. Your ignorance unbecomes you.
Your Majesty, correct me if I'm wrong, but I would swear that the fiends washing the cobbles of Canva with the blood of her citizens wear the colors of Waloed. Ha! So you do not deny it. Guards, fetter them, and see our guest to the dungeons!
Enough.
Zentetsuken.
Pathetic creatures.
See more battle? Oh, yeah. Yeah, they can be very painful.
That you should imagine yourselves worthy of salvation.
Look at how the fabric sucks the blood.
Somewhere in the city, her consciousness fair dripping with her late father's hubris. A consciousness to which Mythos is inextricably bound and inexorably drawn. See that he is made welcome.
Yes, Your Majesty.
Come, Mythos. Surely the prince's light cannot have sated you.
I can feel his footsteps in the controller. God, the haptic in the controller is great.
So then, how long has Waloed been under Ultima's control?
It is a nice...
How long indeed? Based on what we know of Barnabas's actions, I would guess some few years, mayhap more.
But to what end? What does Ultima want?
The tapestry. Show them.
Hey, I know that.
By the flames.
Phoenix Gate, Drake's Breath, and now here. But what is it?
It is old, ancient, even. Naught remains of the faith it represents, save what can be gleaned from the image itself. None could tell me what the one in the apothecary meant, even the Undying. But I believe it may be the key to discerning Ultima's purpose. That figure in the center, the one beneath whom the icons congregate, that I believe to be Ultima. He is a god, or at least godlike, his very existence beyond our ken. The icons, and by extension their dominance, are meant to be his subjects, and while some, like Barnabas, have accepted this role, others have rejected it, like you, Clive, which is rather inconvenient, as it appears he needs you most of all. And gods don't like to be disobeyed.
No, I don't suppose they do.
Clive, may I tell Yote of the lake?
It wouldn't be a Final Fantasy if there wasn't any data side in it.
Yote, I will be accompanying my brother to the Free Cities. Whilst we are afield, I would have you watch over those Clive has made his wards. Omielos delan tuisag ilith. Though well concealed, the hideaway lacks trained fighters to defend its occupants should they be discovered.
But it is my duty to...
As it has ever been my brother's duty, remember.
If that is your wish, Your Grace. But please be safe. If aught were to befall you,
You have my word.
No. Everyone in my team was one-shot dead, but Riku stayed alive for 9 rounds.
Farewell,
MVP,
my lord,
Riku.
my lady.
We are in your debt, Yote.
Let's find our friends.